Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. This is your host, Debbie. Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. I am your host, Debbie, and today we have some very special guests here in the studio. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'll go first. Chris is over here a little shy. I'm
Aw.
Crystal Zimmerman. I am the founder of Project Eden, and I'm actually excited and extremely nervous to be here. So
No worries.
I felt like the CEO would have the first say.
Yeah.
Okay, touche.
So I'm Christopher Danish, treasurer and vice chair for now for the Project Eden, and we're trying to make something happen out here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to Scott Tucker, who's our secretary.
Mm-hmm.
He's at work. He's an electrician by day.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
That's really exciting. And we are here today to talk about an exciting event that you guys are having this weekend, not only to kick off your organization, but also to kick off spooky season. Tell me what you guys are doing this weekend.
Well, apparently we've got a musical guest coming out. Crystal can tell you more about that. We're going to talk about our vision, our planned impact for the community, our vision for our nonprofit, and what our hopes are. We're hoping to also get the word out about the support groups or social groups that we want to start through Project Eden.
Yes, I have a lot. I just as a starter, I am diagnosed with Asperger's, and as an Asperger's advocate, I would like to, provide more opportunities for neurodivergent individuals to seek community. So that's kind of one of the big things for me,
Yeah, I love that. And you guys are going to be creating this community space for people to come and get involved and get active in our community. You guys are hosting this event. You said there's going to be an amazing musician. What can people expect?
Well, from 2 to about 4 o'clock, we will be having just kind of like a meet and greet. We'll have a few snacks, and people can sign up for various prizes, door prizes that we have acquired from the community and then from myself, just a bunch of kids' toys. So I encourage you to bring those kiddos, because that's kind of the core of the project itself. And we are going to have Lucas John Turner,
Whoop,
who's
whoop.
an amazing spirit.
Yes, love him.
Yes, he and his girlfriend Lumen, they are just two creatures
I
of
love
beauty. They're amazing. And he approached me at my last event and was like, "Hey, I want to do more of these things. I am all about what you are doing." And so he's the first person I called up whenever we decided to do this project with Cultivate 712. And so I'm looking forward to that and his amazing talent. And then from 5 to 6, we'll just be kind of doing a drawing of all the different gifts. And I have a lot of children's door prizes. So please, like I said, bring those kiddos, because I'm going to try to make it to where every kid doesn't leave empty-handed, and hopefully through this impact and vision, we as a community can build something together, because this isn't just for me. It's not just for people who have mental and emotional issues. It's an opportunity to provide people a charitable cause to give a piece of themselves, for instance, for me, I try to impact people daily. And sometimes all you need is just a little something extra to make you feel fulfilled, and if it's on your heart to give and help us build this together, just shout out to me on the Project Eden, Heart of Texas Project Eden on Facebook. You'll see our little Trinity tree symbol.
Aww.
So
Yes. We also have the costume contest for
Whoop, whoop.
kids and
Yes.
adults. We'll have 3 winners for that contest: first place, second place, third place. I think it's 2 to 5. So we'll be doing the prize drawings from 4 to 5, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
And we can also do the costume contest around. We're just gonna kind of play it by ear,
Yeah,
some of
yeah,
the stuff.
that'll be
So
amazing. Well, that sounds such an amazing opportunity for people to get involved. Is there a ticket price at the door? How can people find out about it? How can people get involved?
there is a ticket price. It's $10 for adults, and then 12 through 5, $5, and then 4 and under is free.
Woohoo.
So I want to see all the cute babies.
Yes.
So
I want to see them all dressed up like little pumpkins.
I know. I love kids.
And
Perfect.
Cultivate is sort of like it's really the community art gathering,
Mhm.
We try.
and so we're trying to bring art space to the community. We're trying to engage uh, those dealing with mental health issues, um, an avenue of escape or expression more so,
Yeah.
something to, involve themselves with the community. And so we'll talk more about how we want to, facilitate those social groups at the
Absolutely.
event.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And as a person who has social anxiety myself, I'm doing this for those meek individuals who are like, oh, it sounds like a cool cause. I would go, but I just, well, this is your opportunity.
Yeah.
If something's telling you to close yourself off and hide, you're supposed to be there.
Yeah. I love
It's
that.
for you.
I love that. That's an amazing message behind it as well. So it's really amazing what you guys are doing here for our community.
Yeah.
And of course, shout out Cultivate 712. We're so excited to be
Yeah,
we're so excited to be involved.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for sharing about the event. And we're gonna take a quick commercial break and then we'll be right back. All right, take your break. Perfect. Good job, guys. You're amazing.
I
Naturals.
I was struggling there with the stuttering. I was like, oh Lord.
You were great. The
Losing
more
my
you talk,
words.
the better. Like I said, when we get back from our commercial break here in just a second, the first question I usually ask is, what would you like to see more of in Waco? You guys can start talking about seeing more inclusive spaces, whatever.
Mhm.
And then we'll talk about your mission and what you guys are hoping to do. Why is it so important for you guys to be here in Waco? And then we'll have a little shout out section at the end. So if you have anybody else you guys need a shout out, I would say you can shout out your mom, your dog, or your grandma. All of the above. And then at the end, plug your socials, Facebook event where people can find you at the very end. And then that's it. And then I'll give you your soapbox moment.
All right.
Soapbox.
Yeah.
All right.
Hop on your soapbox. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Are you guys ready?
sure.
Yes.
Perfect. And we're back. So we're just talking about this amazing event happening this Saturday at Cultivate 712 from 2 to 5 p.m. where our community can get involved, enjoy an amazing costume contest, some amazing goods, and little prize baskets. There's going to be so much opportunities for our kids to get involved and really just see our community together. One of the first questions I love to ask when we get back is, what is something you guys would like to see more of in Waco?
For me, I would love to see more things done in Cameron Park as a social group gatherings.
I love that.
Especially more art opportunities, because free art opportunities. Because as a child who came from a single parent household, I didn't always have the financial opportunity to engage my talents and let them meet their full potential. And so that's a lot of like what I would love to see.
And
I love that.
Speaking of reaching our full potential, community is definitely important. I feel like that's necessary for us as individuals to grow. And if I had a community facing similar issues that I was facing, during the dark periods of the mental health crises in my life, I think it wouldn't have been as much of a crisis as it turned out to be.
Yeah.
So we want to have this space for individuals who are suffering through those issues to, gather and, develop a community,
I love
share resources, and be able to work with a facilitator and co-facilitator, and essentially embrace art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. I know a lot of individuals, haven't had the opportunity to develop themselves mentally and emotionally. And, if I can bridge the gap, and not only that, but find a way to build a community of leaders, because a lot of parents are working all day. We as a society, it takes a community to build children. And, I was definitely one of those problem children. Oh Lord, the list goes on. My school was not a big fan of me. To say I super glued my lips shut once. Yeah, it
happened.
But I see that as charisma.
Yeah.
What if they would have taken all of that energy, figured out what I'm good at, and channel all? I love like those kids that are just out there rebelling. Like, okay, how about we rebel against negativity and build you into your maximum potential.
I love that. And that really just shows what the mission behind your organization is. So what is the heart behind it? What's your mission?
The mission is basically to claim the meek,
I love that.
And my definition of meek is basically an individual who basically suffers in silence, Like, we all have those different pieces, and everyone has coping skills. But what about the ones who have not been provided opportunities to learn coping skills?
Yeah.
This vision is to grab those children and grab those adults and, teach them to remain moldable.
Yeah.
You don't want to harden your heart based on the negative cards you were given.
Yeah.
We want to be that card in that deck that you can pull out and be like, all right, it's going to be okay.
I love that.
I've got all these resources. This is what I've learned. This is what I can do. That was essential in my recovery from negativity as an at-risk youth. And, I had a bunch, I didn't do it myself. I actually had an upbringing in Alcoholics Anonymous. And even though I was not a drug addict or an alcoholic, that was a yet for me.
Yeah.
I was a potential.
Yeah.
And my mom was tired. She gave me the best that she could.
Yeah. And
it was unfortunately not enough for me to be the person I am today. If it was not for these women, I didn't have just one mom after that. At 17, I had like 8 moms. And then,
that.
A father that worked all the time. The father was not present in my life.
Yeah.
And so then all of a sudden I had like 10 dads and, like so many people that taught me to love beyond the flesh, and that is essential, and learn to love the things about me and, ask myself, how do I protect my usefulness? How do I give away my pain because pain is useful? You can mold mountains with pain if you use that energy. It's all energy. And that is, I know because I'm living proof of that, and I just had it put on my heart, once you receive what you receive, you have to give it away in order to keep it. And so this is the process of me giving it away, and I have a few adolescents that I keep touch with, and, I do a lot of the cool mom talkings,
I do that too. Yeah.
Yeah. And I love it. And people are like, oh, I know I only come to you whenever I have problems. And I'm like, no, I need that. It gets me out of myself.
Yeah.
And now for a word from our sponsors. Hey, I'm Blair.
And I'm Brittany. And we're the host of
By the Cover Podcast.
We cover everything from mysteries, thrillers, romance, chick lit, and even some smut.
Don't forget the smut.
Yeah.
We're so excited to get this thing going and share this with you guys. We've been talking about this for months, and it's finally happening.
Yes.
Special shout out to Rogue Media for helping us with this.
For sure. You can find us on Instagram at bythecover_podcast.
You can also find us on Facebook and TikTok, so don't forget to give us a follow on those two also.
We are so excited to dive into some of our favorite books and share those with you.
We can't wait. Hope you love it.
Hi, this is Sarah,
And I'm Carter.
and this is Some of Our Thoughts.
We're two Southern sommeliers, and we want to share everything we love and know about wine. We started hanging out during quarantine and cooking and drinking and listening to music, and we just thought this would be a great way to bring everything we know to you guys.
We will make wine knowledge and food pairings easy and approachable. So put on your favorite vinyl, grab your favorite glass of wine, tune into our show, and let's have some fun.
Wine and
vinyl.
So check us out on roguemedianetwork.com or wherever you get your favorite podcast. We'll be talking about a lot.
Hi, and welcome to Bustles and Bangers with your hostess, Rachel and Christopher.
I love it when you say my name.
And you didn't say hi.
I didn't. You just kept going. I'm going to introduce the book. I'm not reading it because I don't like reading.
Girls like cowboy butts, and those jeans don't hide anything. Find us on Instagram at Bustles and Bangers or on roguemedianetwork.com.
And now, back to the episode. And why do you think there's such a need here in Waco right now for you guys?
Well, Texas is the worst in the U.S. for mental health.
Yep, you're not the first. We had NAMI come on recently. Shout out National Association of Mental Illness, NAMI Waco. We came on and just talked about this. It's so crazy how there's just such need here in Waco.
Yeah.
The Waco Youth Development Project, headed by Professor Kyle Ickes, Dr. Kyle Ickes. He's really been an influence for me, and the wonders he's doing, like the work he's doing for a youth at risk across high schools in the Central Texas area. It seems simple on paper, but they're impacting lives out here. And going back to this idea of suffering, we need to adapt in a sense to view suffering as an opportunity to grow, to cultivate a more loving nature, a more compassionate nature within. And so I'm hoping to also bring some meditative techniques to these groups. We're hoping to work with a facilitator who's a licensed professional who can also give some skills, and all this would be free,
I love that.
skills that you would otherwise have to pay money or have insurance to have access to. So we're hoping to bring that access, open that up to anyone who needs it.
Absolutely.
Bring a community together.
Yeah. And that will make this event this weekend so vital.
Yes,
and so important.
We do need money. Like, we want these services to be free, but we also need a way. So why not have fun with the cause?
I love that.
And that's what it comes down to. I was inspired, this whole cockamamie scheme of mine, it was inspired by this awesome lady. Whenever I worked at the Baylor Club, there was this beautiful lady named Nell Hawkins, and she would throw the most amazing charity parties. And she has such a profound influence in our community. And she is a very graceful spirit, and, just she and herself, I was like, wow, I want to do that. I want to be like that, because she could have just sat around in her retirement, but she didn't do that. She got up and helped others. And, I definitely see my calling, fun as a way for me to give back,
I love that.
I'm also very cautious with my time. I have to be part of my recovery is being very conscientious as to the situations I put myself in. And there are a lot of neat little places I like to go, like the Skellington's Curiosities.
Shout out Kylie. We love you guys.
Yeah, they're phenomenal. I love them. And true love.
Mhm.
That's kind of like one of my little safe spaces.
Yeah.
Whenever I do go socialize,
Mhm.
it's definitely going to be there.
I love that. Yeah, and I know you guys have already shouted out some amazing people, but is there anyone else you want to shout out that's helped along this journey?
My job.
Whoop whoop! Shout out.
Yeah, Donald Citrano and Valerie Citrano. They're on vacation right now, getting the much needed rest.
Yes.
But they have been so flexible. All my little coworkers, they're all just so flexible and on board with what I'm trying to do. We all, serve to bring positivity
Mhm.
to the people that we meet, and it's been great.
We definitely need to shout out the Baylor Entrepreneurship
Yes,
Clinic.
Yes.
Thank y'all for
100%.
all the help with, basically becoming tax exempt.
I love that.
Yeah.
Getting all the 501c3, getting all the important documents. I just know it's a lot.
Yeah, leading the way. We did as much as we could by ourselves, but Christopher here was like, I got us with the Baylor Entrepreneur, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's exciting.
Mhm.
Baylor has so much to offer the community.
I love
and
that.
They have done a lot for the community
We
as
certainly
well.
put it to a vote. It was a meeting in December, and I had the
Yeah.
final drafts of the bylaws, and we're like, okay, are we good to submit to the Secretary of State? And we're like, no, I think we should review it a little
Yeah.
more. I was like, yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right.
Let's go.
We're a little nervous.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad you guys went through all that and you guys are making this organization again for our community. Thank you guys for coming here. Of course, give us all your social media where we can find you, find more information about you, more about the event, all the things.
All right. Our Instagram is HOT Project Eden at Instagram. And the Facebook page is our Heart of Texas Project Eden. And you can leave us comments, like I said. Please give us a like. We need definitely some support for our community, and I don't know what else to say right now. Maybe edit that part out.
Those are our social media tags.
All right, perfect. Is there anything else you want to share with our listeners today? Now's your soapbox moment.
I know, right?
Stay steady, y'all.
Stay
I know
sturdy.
times are
Love
gonna
that.
get tough. Be willing to develop a community. Be there for one another. We don't know what's on the horizon. We have difficult scenarios going on throughout the world. Just hang in there. Try to be compassionate. Fake it till you make it if you have to.
Fake it till you become it, Christopher.
Ooh.
Till you become it.
Snaps.
But certainly we need to use not really use it as a resource, but more so develop this authentic sharing within a community. I mean, we're all humans. We belong on this earth together. We need to act like it,
I
and
love that.
don't leave a brother or sister behind.
Yeah.
I guess one little thing that I would love to say is the thought of a thought process that I had whenever I was building this was the fact that, who better to build this than the individuals who deal with it? I love my therapists, but I would definitely say one of the best ones that I have right now, her name is Peyton Trimmer, and she actually has autism. And, to be able to identify straight on, here, have you ever experienced this? Have you ever, putting words to what's going on? And what better to build than a nonprofit that provides resources from individuals who have done these things and it has actually worked. Because sometimes when you're stuck and you're just going, and you don't have time to slow down and all you see is chaos, you can't think, what do I do next?
Yeah.
You know, like you just need somewhere to go. And not all of us have the opportunity to go to a mental health facility. You know, unfortunately, a lot of our youth end up jailed or, you know.
And DePaul is closing at the end of this year.
DePaul is closing at the end of this year?
Yeah.
That is
crazy.
Wild.
Yeah. We were just talking about that as well. So it's crazy, but I'm so glad that we're here and you guys are here in our community to provide that service.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can be an inspiration. And I hope that people come out on Saturday, come and have fun fundraiser, and have a good time. Thank you guys so much for your time.
All right, thank you.
There will be food there, y'all.
There will be food, yes.
Food, drinks, prizes, costumes.
My boss is donating his amazing wild wings.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm so excited. Bacon wrapped chicken with cheese and jalapenos.
Is that George's Wild Wings?
Oh, well, they're brothers, so they both.
Yeah.
There's a few similarities on the menu. So.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you guys so much.
All right, thank you.
All right, take care, Waco.
Well, we can't wait to see you there.
Find us everywhere on all social media platforms, KNOW_Waco. Check us out at roguemedianetwork.com, and we're on YouTube under Rogue Media Network. Check out nowaco.com.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.